Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about, first we're going to start with our English. It's the grammar part that we're working on. So last week I gave you some videos and you had to stop the video and answer the questions based on what I had read to you. This week I had one of those things, but I could not actually find the message. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that part. But we didn't get into a ton of it because of how busy the week was. So we only have 3 of our English papers, but they're a little bit hard because I want you to notice some of the things that we don't have anymore. Because right now we don't use a book as much as we go, oh, hey, Alexa, or Siri, can you tell me this? But sometimes our technology doesn't work. And if that's the case, then we have options and choices. One of those options and choices is your dictionary, which you and I talked about. Another option and choice is this, which is really cool. This is a phone book. And phone books are there for us if we need them. Let's just say you can't find something and your phone's internet isn't working. And then also in the library. This is actually really dated technology. The library does not any longer have these things right here called card catalogs. They're all electronic now. They don't have drawers where you have to go and look for it. They're all electronic. But there are still some really important and really cool things about a library that you should definitely look at. So the first thing is, if you need help, you should go to the librarian. Here at our school, we have great librarians, and you can ask them, and they can usually point you in the right direction for things. There's like one little smudge on my glasses, and I cannot see very well. It's distracting me. Okay. Much better. Okay, so you can get a message from the librarian. They can help you. A story. Now, there's 2 types of stories, and I think you know this already. Oh, look at how dirty my finger is. It's got marker on it. There's 2 types of stories. The first one is fiction. That's pretend. That's a pretend story. So, like, Kate the Kangaroo was a fiction story. And the reason it was a fiction story because kangaroos don't talk and they don't make picnics and they don't have to put tar on the roofs of their houses. So that's a fiction story. Then you're going to read this week a nonfiction story, and it's facts and truth and things that really happen. And that's nonfiction. And a lot of times people get confused and they think that fiction is the truth and nonfiction is telling lies. And so you just need to look at your sources and make sure you know where you're getting it. So the story that we have today, it's in your book, in your OWL reading book, is marsupials, and it's facts and truth about marsupials. Okay, so if you're going to a library and you want to look up you want a book about whales, you're not going to go and look up Little Baby Beluga and use that. You're going to go and get a nonfiction book about whales, and then it can tell you what kind of animal, how an animal is, all of those things. And then a book, a card catalog, or a library electronic catalog is the way that you would find those things. So in your work this week, this is going to have those. It's going to ask you about those things. Then we talked about this before. We talked about alphabetizing. So in a library, your books usually are alphabetized based on the author's last name. So Mrs. Brandt, if I wrote a book, Brandt would be before Mrs. McDonald because M is after B in the alphabet. So my book would be first and then Mrs. McDonald's book. So you're going to actually do that. You're going to look at this book in here on this page, and you're going to, right here, you're going to use this book right here and tell me Will Alou. Will is his first name. It's not his last name, so you use the second name. And then you're going to look at this. Carrie Kent Smith Nye. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to think about, and this is something we're doing here, think about, like we talked about this before. If you have words, look at this, lie and line. All right, looking here, L and I, it's both the same. So we have to go to the next letter, okay? So we have L-I-E, so let's look here. L-I-N over here, okay? Do you see that? Do you see how I underlined those? And so now I have like. L-I is the same, and then K. Is K between M and N? Yes. So then this word would be between these 2 guide words in your dictionary. Now the word listen is S between E and N. Nope. So then that one is not. What about leg? Is G between E and N? Yes, it is. But wait a second. What about the E? Is E between here? No. So then this one doesn't work because its second letter, it needs to be an E, not an L-I. Now what about this one? Life. L-I-F. It does have an I and an F. So then this one works, but leg does not. So those are the two words there that fit in that guide word. I hope that makes sense to you. If you have more questions, let me know on Tuesday. The next thing that you're going to do in your language is you're going to talk about a telephone directory. So you're looking here at this. We're talking about these yellow pages and white pages. The white pages is people. So if you were looking up somebody, now let me back up a second. If you live in New Braunfels and you are using an Austin telephone book, it's probably going to be confusing because there are things different in Austin than there are in New Braunfels. If you live in San Antonio, sometimes San Antonio, because we're closer to San Antonio, it might work. It's just kind of, you have to decide. But if you could find a New Braunfels white page, then it's right there. Anybody who chooses to have their phone number listed and says it's public, that's how parents, when they're going to get their driver's license, they just kind of connect to that, or they register to vote, and then they say, yes, I want my information published. It's a public record. And so they print your phone number. Sometimes they print your address if you say that's okay. Let me show you, for example, here in these white pages right here. So let's see. I wonder if you can see my last name. All right, so here, looking, I'm using this, and it has guide words on the top. So it's going to tell me, I'm looking at here, and it's going to tell me who is, look at this last name. So look, this says Brant here on the top, which means we're right here at Brant, and then right here it goes down, all of these. So Brant right here shows all of these: Brant Clinton, Daryl, Dorothy, Greg, James, Ronnie, Joy, Sherry, all of those people. And then right here, if you look, Brant John, 5 Royal Crest. That is not my address, but we're not here. And see, I don't know if I see us at all. I don't know if we're listed. I don't see us. But if we were in here, you could look up addresses. I think my husband made it so that we're not listed. But you could see our address. You could see our phone number. Some people chose not to have their address. Like Roy and Sherry Brant only have their phone number. So those are people who you can look up. But do you see the guide words here? Look, the guide words here. Brant is that first name. That's my last name. So you could go and look that first name, and that's the first name here. Bridgewater is the last one. So that's down here on the bottom, Bridgewater. Okay. You can use that. That is for people, white pages, people. Then you have the yellow pages. So let's say we were looking for a carpet cleaner. So you can look here and you can go, okay, look, I see here. This is the C's. All right. Oh, look here. Chiropractor. That's even easier. Chiropractor. So we're looking here. Look who is got chiropractors. Look at right here. I see a C right here. Clergy, computers. Chiro is CH. So C is between those two. And we're looking here. Clinics. Oh, look here. Bryant Chiropractor. That's a clinic, a chiropractor clinic. Okay. So the white pages are like for that. Now, it's so much easier to pick up your phone and be like, hey, Siri, can you tell me the name of chiropractors near me? Sometimes that doesn't work. So it's good to know that you have that option. So what you're going to do is on the front, you're going to write down your phone number. You need to know your mom or your dad's phone number. Whoever's phone it is, write it down. Then you're going to use this. Where do you find emergency numbers? Always in the front of the book. The front has, right here, it says important emergency numbers to know. So right here it says, look, these are helpful numbers right here in the front. And that is where you're going to find your police officers, your fire truck. 911 works, but what if it's not like you don't have a fire, but you have something going on with one of your things? You would call the non-emergency number line, which is here. So it's important to know what you need help for. Maybe there's a leak in one of your pipes. and it's part of the city's water, your dad would want to call the city. He wouldn't want to call the water company. He'd want to call the city and say, hey, one of your pipes is leaking. It's flooding my driveway. That's kind of how those things work. So you have the choice to, hey, Siri, oh, my internet's not working. Okay. I'll go get a phone book. And that's why they print those still, because those sometimes the electronic grid doesn't work. You'll use those to answer questions. And then you'll use the white pages here and the yellow pages to answer these questions. Okay. Last thing you're going to do is talk about taking a phone message. So most parents have their phones with them. They don't really need kids to answer the phone. But let's just say you were helping your dad at his church and you were there and the phone was ringing and ringing, 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 ringing. And somebody said, hey, can you grab that real quick? You would answer the phone and you would be like, what? It's not very nice. That's not respectful. You could say, hi, this is Kiana. At least then they know who you are. Hi, this is Mrs. Brand. Hi, this is Micah. That way, when they hear your voice, they know, okay, you're willing to talk. Then you need to listen to what the person says. So let's just say, I am asking that someone would pray for me. And you'd be like, yes, of course. Let me take a message. And then you can write down the person's name, write down their phone number. And if they want to tell you, they can write down some stuff. But the point is that you're going to have good manners. You're going to listen to them. You're going to talk to them. And then as soon as you get a chance, you're going to give that message to the adults that they asked for or the person they asked for. So right here, you're going to, in this practice, independent practice, you're going to underline the ones that are right. You're going to leave them blank. You're going to do all of that, and then you're going to skip this part because I could not find those. I looked in every single book and resource I have, and it just wouldn't let me tell you. So that's all right. But again, a lot of us don't. Leaving a good message, is it, hey, call me back? No, you could, hi, this is Kiana. I need your information, or I need this and this and this. My phone number is this, this, is this. So a lot of times if I miss a phone call for something and I call someone back and I end up with their message, I'll be like, my name's Cassandra Brandt. I missed a call from this number, and I'll tell them. And if you can call me back, my phone number is 505-629-8400. That's my phone number. I'm going to put this on the internet. 505. Oh, great. So the point is, though, that you're going to go, hi, this is me. This is my number. Please call me when you get a minute. And you're not rude. You're not like, what do you want? Okay, fine. That doesn't make people want to interact with you. And so I was like giving an example of when I'm at Starbucks and I answer the phone because I work at Starbucks. Hi, Starbucks in Seguin. This is Cassie. Then they know that I'm here to talk to them. I don't go, hello. What if they think that you got the wrong number? I'm sorry, what? Didn't I call Starbucks? Oh, yeah. Hi. That just doesn't, that's not friendly. And that's what being a phone message, even if you have a cell phone, it's nice to be friendly. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And then next week, we're going to review all of this. And then after we review it, we're going to take a test. So you have these 3 worksheets for this week, and then review the following week and test the following week. Okay, I hope that that's interesting to you. I hope that you enjoy looking at this stuff. Some of it's weird and it's obsolete, and you're going to be like, hey, Siri, what's the definition? But what you really need to do is know that there are choices and options for you. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.